It's known as Millerine, my great-grandfather's country. It's site for the Drummond clan. It's also on Yawuru land. This area here is a great big water area, like a billabong, old camping place and linked to the song cycle.
This is a place I was working before. Station name Tango, Janja Koringan, Nyamba Poro Jarai, Widow Yang Arangai, Nyamba Gon Poro.
We wanted to preserve information for the future, for the kids, collecting all the stories, old people's stories, and then knowing where people lived so that they could hand down the information to the great-grandchildren.
Went to school in B.Glowczewski, and then when I 14 years of age, they took me out from school. I started a man life. I worked on a farm. Tango Station, worked there.
What as a stockman?
As a stockman. And the other elder bloke told me, well, you might as well start bringing in some horses for us, for the station. So I started. I brought in 400 head of horses. I left Tango, come into town, worked on a ship, on boat, sailing boat. He showed me his race horses. And I told him what horse was more better than the other. And he wouldn't believe me. So the second race come in Broome. He tried the mare and the gelding together on a cup. He seen the mare come straight out.
Come first.
First, and the gelding was second.
We're concerned that Yawuru people in the Broome area were not being taken notice of, or a lot of people were thinking that our particular group was dead, extinct. So we wanted to find out whether there were people left and whether there was language and stories left, and we discovered there were stacks left.
I've been around up Australia 5 times around. I was a foot-wheeling man. I've been walking on straight station. Straight station here. Yeah. This is Yawuru country. What I say now, this different country now to Yawuru country. Yeah. Yawuru country is very strong. All that. Yeah. Not only for what Yawuru group is strong for talk to, you know. The old one time around. Very strong, big man too. Yeah. See, I know see man like him. My father-in-law, you don't get there. This year, they wouldn't buy that very place. This mom. That's Tango, you know? Tango. Yawuru country.
Man, it's a boss. We give up with it. From Lickling to right up to Janko, right up to here, 4 miles. When I was a young man, yeah, even here, even with me.
A book is being compiled which details all the different families that are related to Yawuru people, which record genealogies, country, where they come from, the stories of the country, and how the families relate into all of it. It will present Aboriginal people in the past and in the present and in the future as a contemporary kind of story as well, showing our connection to land and country and the stories that apply to the country and the land and the people. There's a lot of urban places all around Australia that have lost their ties to their country and their language and their people, and we don't want that to happen because we still have our old people still around us.
Yari Yari. It's like wet. It's not as dry like peanut. It's like, you know, onion.
Well, the women's project started with a language and cultural revival, and now we've had lots of different things happen. We've had language programs happen. We've had bush tucker expeditions happening, and we've had cultural business come in. We've had protests against country that's traditional to our cultural business.
Well, some people there, but when I'm pointed out, right, should be supporting them. During the day, they used to walk along the scrub there. When they get that scrub right there, or right around it.
Well, the Yawuru Corporation is fighting for because of this place is very important, a magnificent sites. It's important because we can go back right back to the 50s when I was a child. I remember when this place here, all around this area, was a very important place for hunting ground, fishing, you name it, shooting kangaroos, ducks, geese. It was very important. People used to come around from Fisherman Bend all the way to bring their people right down to the mangrove song cycle and dance all along till the evening. And once it's cooled down, they walked along right up to the 1 mile. And at 1 mile, they bring the boys in there, they have big party. When I was a little boy, now because I can respect this, and we're going to keep this as long as we live, until the young generation continue to follow up. Today, the Aboriginal people what they're going to do, they're going to fight for this land.
It doesn't matter what the Department of Planning says should go ahead. It's what the Minister says as to whether he thinks it's politically sensitive, whether he thinks it's politically good judgment in the lead up to an election to turn this into a crocodile park or not. And there's only one bloke who can lean on the Minister for Planning, and that's Ernie Bridge, your elected representative.
One day, this one-eyed snake was feeding around the marshes somewhere, and the sea snake happened to be out at that time feeding too. So when he saw this sea snake, he sort of told him like he had no business around his territory. So he challenged him to a fight. And when this snake had turned around to face him, he had noticed that the one-eyed snake had one eye milky. So he started to feel sorry for this one-eyed snake. And he said, "Oh look, I won't fight you because you can't look after yourself. So I'll give you my power. You need it more than me because I have 2 good eyes and I can look after myself." So they made up and became good friends. And that was the story of the dream about the one-eyed snake and the sea snake. My brother and my cousin and myself, we are traditional people of Minyat Point, Scandium Point, and we do feel hurt when developments going on here and there, and some of the things are being graded out. So it really hurts us. So that's why we're talking about this dream farm now, for these 2 snakes. And we don't want any crocodile farm going on around that area. If the snake do disappear from the creek there, maybe all the Yawuru people will be wiped out. Because Djugun and Yawuru are one. The giant that came across from Kalanbanan, he used to have his feeding grounds at Mara. And there's a rock island there. And that's the place now, where white men call it Pakane Rock.
And they're going to start fiddling around with the Dampier Creek. That's going to affect that area there as well, because that's the entry into the creek.
The eagle flies across a blood-red sky. Remind you of the past and brings tears to your eyes. Bound and untouched land, with pride in their culture, with pride in their clan. Didn't take only for the word got around. First come first. Hey children, of the land, don't be moved by the ball in the way. Help us, sorrow and woe for our people and our land.
For the future, we were hoping to provide training for women in the Broome area, and the training includes things like office training as well as silk screening, where we use art from the area to put forward a positive Yawuru identity, so that people in this area, even though Broome is becoming very developed and urbanised, we are not losing our identity of who we are.
Can I help you? Oh no, she said a study blocks. Study blocks? No, I'm just an acting coordinator.
I guess our new role is education, to educate both public about Yawuru people's history and place in the Broome area, and including down here, down to Thangu, as one of our other southern boundaries. And by creating awareness, so people know Aboriginal people's rightful place in this land, it reminds them that we were the first people here. A lot of our young people weren't learning about their culture and their history and their language, and didn't have the skills to get out. I think the women's group has definitely gone a long way towards making sure that Yawuru people are recognised, and a lot of our young people are getting training in things including computers, got childcare facilities so that enables the young mothers to come in. All the women who have been involved in the committee have got a lot of skills learning how to run a committee.
They're really actually asking for more women in government positions, more women in the panel making decisions, and they want to see more Aboriginal women. And that's also be running for Aboriginal, but be running for women's issue, anything regarding women's business. And I'll be in the chair to be in a position to push it so decisions are made towards developing a program for the women's business. And that won't just affect us, it'll affect every woman grouping throughout the country, like national.
Latest thing is we need new premises.
Yes.
We need to look for a new premise.
Yes.
We're still trying to find land and a building to operate out of. Women's groups aren't given very much prominence, or they don't get a lot of money generally. So it's been a hard fight just attracting money. One of the greatest things that's happened in terms of guaranteed funding, being able to use CDP to employ people, but that one of the biggest downfalls is that it's working for the dole, which means that the level of the wages is low. Therefore, you can't really get ahead greatly. Organisations can get ahead, but individual families can't get ahead as such because the money's still too low. Silk screening business, our t-shirt business, I think, and if that starts to make money, then you can generate the profits back into wages.
Enterprise is the way to go?
Yeah. And the group has had thoughts about tourists, bringing tourists and taking them on bush tucker trips and cooking food on the beach and teaching them about culture and language and land and people.
No, but they organized it already because for faraway place, nobody did. You gotta go on and tell this mob, make it different.